కటింగ్ చేస్తున్నట్టు వినిపిస్తాం.
Mute చేసుకో.
Yeah, Mangesh, please go ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. Very good evening to one and all. We welcome you to the Deccan Positive Mental Health webinar series. We welcome today resource person Mr. P. Dinakara Rao sir, former of CGM State Bank, Secretary of Deccan Positive Mental Health, Hyderabad, and we welcome participants and teammates on behalf of Manasa Subkara Mindcare Hyderabad in association with Yellowban Counseling Center Hyderabad, India, 4S Creative Heart Studio, Punjab. Thank you. Over to intro section, ma'am. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am,
Yeah.
for that
Good
wonderful
evening.
welcome.
Good evening, everyone. I would Naveen, do you want to give the introduction?
Ma'am, you can give, ma'am. You
Naveen?
can go ahead.
Ladies
Okay,
first.
because you started, should I stop or you will give?
Yeah, ma'am, you can go ahead, ma'am.
Okay, Naveen. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. We would like to welcome our resource person for today, Dr. Shri P. Dinakar Rao sir, who has a postgraduate degree in applied economics, started his career as a probationary officer in State Bank of Hyderabad. He specialized in the fields of personnel, human resources development, training, and corporate credit. He was also trained in the fields of behavioral science by ISISD and transactional analysis by ITAA. His skills gave him the opportunity to work in the banks across the country on deputation from the State Bank of Hyderabad. He retired as a chief general manager from State Bank of Hyderabad in 2005. After retirement, he worked as a director of the Alpha Foundation and as a senior advisor to the Maxwell Trust Associates of ICFAI of Hyderabad. He's also in the panels of NSC, BSc, NCDEX as an arbitrator. The author is happily married to his childhood sweetheart, Pramila Devi, and is a proud father of two wonderful daughters, Mrs. Sirisha Shrikant and Mrs. Shilpa Sharma. He has also been blessed with three lovely granddaughters, Akanksha, Ananya, and Shivani. At present, he is working as the director of Spin Financial Services Private Limited. And sir would be speaking to us on few concepts for happy life. And today being our 82nd session, a very, very warm welcome to you, sir. And over to you. The floor is yours.
Thank you. Whenever my voice is not clear, please tell me. Anita or somebody, or Subbarao, Kasturi, any one of you. Whenever my voice is not clear, okay?
Yes,
Good
sir.
evening, sir.
Good evening, good evening. Good evening, Anant. Nice to see you. Friends, what I'm going to talk to you is not new to you. Most of the time, you are all aware what I'm going to talk about these concepts. But I will be presenting these concepts from my angle and what I have understood during my life journey. Because most of you are aware that I'm around 78 years. And whatever the process of life I have undergone, those things I reflect and develop these concepts, which are not, I can definitely tell you, not new to you. Okay, I will start now. Friends, concept of E and A. You'll be wondering what is this E and A. Before telling what is this E and A, I will tell you two stories. When I use the word stories, exactly not they are not stories from the book. They are all the experience I had, whatever I heard, whatever I listened to, whatever my interactions with others are there. Long back, I was attending a training program in State Bank Staff College. One guest speaker was public relations executive from HEST organization. I think most of you are aware. HEST is a famous pharmaceutical company. He was a PRO there. His uncle was director personnel in the same organization. Uncle was around 60, 62 years old. This gentleman came and he was talking about loyalty, gratitude, and expectations. Then he narrated one incident. His uncle, long back, got from their village a poor boy who is married and having one or two kids. He brought him to Mumbai and gave him a job in his company. And they also helped him in getting a small accommodation. When he brought his family, he also helped him to get admission in a reasonably good school. And that man, over a period of 5 years, he has become a very vociferous vocal union leader. Once what happened, there was a conflict between the management and the workers. Then workers have gone for demonstration. And this man who was brought from village by this director personnel, as the union leader, he was shouting anti-management slogans and also finally saying, taking the name of director personnel, so and so, Murdabad, Murdabad. This has shaken our PR executive who is giving a talk. In the evening, when he went to his uncle's house and he told him, Uncle, can you imagine that fellow whom you brought from village is now saying and shouting so and so Murdabad, taking your name. Then his uncle laughed at him. Young man, you are still to understand. The concept of loyalty, concept of gratitude is not to be expected. If you expect, you may get disappointed. All the time, most of the time, human beings, we get into problems with ourselves only because of our expectations. Therefore, if somebody is thankful to you, shows gratitude, somebody is loyal to you, it is his choice to do so. But if you expect, you may get unhappy about it. I will give you another example. I am a member of at least four WhatsApp groups. All membership of all these four groups amount to something like 500 members. But if I have sent message, I have put this about this program in the WhatsApp group of all these four groups. If I expect at least 100 members come, whose problem is that? It is my problem. They may be having other busy interest. They may be otherwise involved. They may be traveling. They may not be interested. But I have to deal with my expectation. Therefore, friends, expectation, I do agree. It is human nature to expect. But what will happen if you expect and that is not going to happen? You will feel hurt, depressed, unhappy, uneasy. You would have helped him somebody in promotion. You have helped him somebody in financially. If you have helped him somebody to settle in his life. But if you expect that that man, that person should thank you, then you have to deal with your expectation. Because please remember, A and B, A has helped B, B prospered. But if A expects thanks and loyalty, and if B is not going to give, A is going to get hurt. B will be living his life beautifully, but this person, A, is going to get hurt. Therefore, I do agree. Expectation is a human nature, no doubt about it. But point is, are you going to get affected by non-response or lack of response or indifferent response from the other person? Therefore, you have to deal with your expectation and accept the situation as it is. Therefore, in Bhagavad Gita, remember, famous sloka is there. Karmanye vadikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma phala karma heturubhu sangnosto karmani. I think you know the meaning. You are having a duty to do, but results are not in your hands. Please remember that result is not decided by you, but decided by something else. Therefore, always remember, you do your duty, you want to help people, but do not expect the result of it. I hope I have made it clear to you. Again, karmanye vadikaraste ma phalesu kadachana ma phala karma heturbo sangnosto karmani. Any questions, friends? Or I will proceed to the next. Here, if you are surprised to see this concept of switch, and you are seeing a small photo also of somebody putting the switch on or switch off. Now I'll again give you at least two incidents. When I was general manager operations, one of my regional manager came to me. He has worked with me some time back as my manager planning. Therefore, he came to me because he knows me quite well. He asked me, sir, if you don't mind, I want you to transfer one peon from my regional office. He's having, let us say, A and B peons. And he said, I want A to be shifted. I asked him, why so? Is he not working properly? No, sir, he's working. Okay. Is he doing any mischief? No, sir. Then why you want him to to be shifted or transferred. Then that RM, regional manager, told me, "Sir, whenever I get into my cabin or coming to the office, one peon, B peon, gets up and wishes me and takes my briefcase and takes me up to my room. The A peon, he is not bothered. He doesn't even look at me. He will be going on filing something or adjusting some papers. And I feel very bad and unhappy with being a regional manager that A fellow is not respecting. That is one small story. Another small story. Please remember when I am saying story, it is my way of saying, but it is not stories from the book. These are real life experiences. I was president of my society. We are having a 30 flats here. I was president for 5 years. There is another building there where there are 50 flats that one gentleman quite known to me, very well known to me, is a reasonably good friend of mine. He has become president. After 15 days, he came to me. He was inquiring about the security guards which I am having. And he said, "Can you give me the name of the security guard agency so that I can contact them?" Then I asked him, "Why you want? Your security agency is quite a reputed agency." He said, "No, sir. There is a morning watchman, night watchman. Morning watchman, whenever I get into the building or going out of the building, he doesn't even bother to look at me. He'll be monitoring the other people and movement of the cars. Whereas the evening peon, evening security guard, whenever he sees me, because he comes at 8 o'clock, he smartly gets up and salutes me. Both are ex-army people. I don't want this agency to be send such people like that. Please give me agents. Give me the your agency's phone number and etc." Then I asked him, "Are you a puppet?" Same thing I asked my regional manager. Please remember the first story of regional manager asking me to shift the peon. Second case of president of the other building who wants me to go for a new security guard. Then I asked both of them. At that time, RM, now this man, "Are you a puppet? Where is the switch?" They couldn't understand in the beginning. What I told them was, "You are giving freely your switch to the regional manager," I said, "to the hands of the peon. To this president," I said, "to the hands of the security guard. He switches off, you will feel unhappy. That means he's not wishing you, he's not taking care of you. He switches on and wishes you, smartly salutes you, you feel happy. Please remember, if you go on distributing your happiness of yourself, those switches to others, everybody can make you dance like puppet. Please remember, you are not a Katputli. If somebody wishes, you feel happy. If somebody doesn't wishes, you feel unhappy. That means your happiness which you have given to somebody else. Here, one more small thing is there. I have written there REA RES. Are you reacting? Are you responding? What is the difference between reaction and response? Most of you are aware of it. Reaction means immediately, without much thinking, without much internalizing what is happening, you react. You react with anger, frustration, hurt, everything. Response means what? Response means whatever is happening outside, you will look into that from your perspective of adult, not like a child, and see what type of reaction, rather response you have to give. Please remember, when we were children, our father and mother used to say, if you are angry or upset, count 1 to 10. Do you know why they say 1 to 10? You will come back to the calm mind. Then you can respond. Otherwise, immediately if you react, then these consequences will be different. And also you may get also feel very unhappy about that. Therefore, friends, reaction and response. In this connection, I want you to read some books regarding transactional analysis. And of course, at the end of the program, I will tell you the names of the book. In the transaction analysis, there is a concept known as parent, adult, and child. Most of the time, whatever is happening, child reacts. If you remember, let us say in a big joint family house, father, mother, and adults are there, kids are there. If somebody knocks at the door, the first one to run is not grandfather and adult. Child will run to say somebody has come. Like that, in you, everything which is happening outside, your child will react first. Please remember that You should be in a position to bring out the adult instead of the child in you, so that adult will process the data and decide which which type of response has to give. Friends, please remember in your life, do not go on giving your switches into the hands of others. Then you will become a puppet, or in Hindi, what we call, who become like Katputli, and everybody can make you dance. Friends, I hope I made the concept clear, concept of switch, reaction or respond, or a puppet or an independent human being. Please remember, I will suggest that book to you about transaction analysis. Small books, not very, very big udgranthas or big granthas. You can read them in course of time. Okay, friends, shall I proceed further?
Sir, if I can just mention a small thing, your presentation has gone off the screen.
Huh?
And
Really?
yes, sir. And there is somebody, some Sanjeevan Roy, he's sending message, and that is on the screen.
How can it be? Sunanda? Hello? Even now?
I think, yeah.
No, even now. From about 5 minutes, this is.
Yeah. More than 5 minutes.
More than 5
Even
minutes.
when to switch off
You
the
can reshare, sir.
Huh?
Maybe he unknowingly shared. Sajban Rai.
No, he's still sharing. He's still sharing. I can read what
Still sharing is.
Can you tell him? Okay, Sunanda, can you stop that?
Yeah,
You can mute him.
yeah,
No.
Rai, sir.
Who is Rai is doing?
Yeah,
Yes.
Sajban. Yeah,
SB Rai?
Sanjeevan Roy.
Sajban Rai.
Let's be right.
Yeah,
Roy,
maybe he unknowingly touched that button.
you ask.
Yeah, you please carry on.
But that message, this is not coming, isn't it?
The slide is not visible.
Now it's visible, sir.
No, it's not visible.
No,
You
not
can
yet.
pin, sir. You can pin Dinakara sir's presentation.
No, because Sanjeevan Roy is presenting. So what he is presenting is only visible.
Okay. Can you do, Sunanda, something? Can somebody telephone to Rai and tell?
Yeah, just a minute, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, now you can.
Yeah, now
it's
mhm.
Okay.
visible, sir.
We came up to concept of switch, isn't it? We know.
Yes. Yes.
Now I will go to the third concept, LIG. You'll be wondering what is this LIG means. Not a life insurance or group insurance.
The slides are not seen, sir.
I think
Slide
Sunanda, you have to mute everybody except me.
Vijay, sir, if you could just mute your call, please. Vijay, sir.
Okay. Okay. Now it is no other voice is there, isn't it? I hope.
Yeah, you please carry on, sir.
LIG means what? Not life insurance or group insurance. I'm talking about let it go. One of the simplest ways to stay happy is letting go of the things that make you sad.
So you need to present, sir. Your slide is not visible at all.
Sunanda, how to make it much more bigger? I've forgotten.
No, it is just not there. We can't see anything of your slide.
Now?
There is no display, sir.
No display. So you need to present.
Okay.
I am able to see.
You are able to see?
Yes,
But I am not able to see.
I am
What
able
is
to
that?
see the presentation.
Presentation we are seeing you, but the slide we
The
are not able.
PowerPoint slides
I
are
can
not
see the
visible.
slides. I can see the slides.
Sunanda, can you do something about the slides?
Yeah, it's visible, sir. I can see you are in third concept of LIG.
Yeah, we can see the slide,
Yeah.
third slide.
Others are not seeing why, so can you guide them how to do that?
Sunanda ma'am, it's not visible for us.
Not
We can
visible.
only see the
Please
not
go to
visible one.
please go to screen 2. After is visible on that. The next screen, the slide is visible. You have to click on that so that it becomes full screen. Then you can see the
Yeah,
slide.
I think
Chandra.
Sir joined in three device.
I joined 2 devices only. My
Yes.
my
Yeah,
mobile.
presentation.
Now it is okay.
No, if you press that hamburger, the 3 dots thing, vertical 3 dots, it will show you full screen. You press that, second screen.
Now you can see. Chandra, you help them?
Actually,
Yeah,
there is
I can see it.
3ID
I can see it.
Dinakar Rao, Dinakar Rao sir name itself 3ID. If you check on that people's means, presentation ID will be showing that in bracket presentation like that it will be showing now. Everyone can check through it.
See, if I'll just tell you, if you go to the display of all the people in that presentation, I mean the video call today, you will see one screen which has got slides, which will say Dinakar Rao, and it will show a slide other than initials of the people participating. So in that, next to that, there will be three vertical dots. If you click on the three vertical dots, there will be one option pin full screen. If you please click on full screen, then it will go to the presentation.
Yeah, sir. You can show.
3 dots at Dinkara's.
No.
screen?
The Dinakar Rao screen, not Dinakar Rao's, I mean, physical appearance, which will show you a slide. There are two Dinakar Rao screens. Okay, I think he's doing it from two devices.
No,
So the
Yeah,
second
in
device,
participant list, you can notice sir's name.
Yeah.
From there, you
Then
can click.
if you go to the slide screen, which shows the slide, if you press that, there will be three vertical dots. You press the three vertical dots on the right side, you will get option, full screen option. Press full screen option, you can see the slide.
No, I have tried it. I am not getting that.
Okay, don't worry. Anant, friends, even if you can't see the slide, listen to the
no
concept.
Yes,
Sunata, Chandra, you also try to help them if possible.
No, I got it, sir. I got it. But
because some people.
No, Chandra is right. I just did it. It's come. The slide has come.
Chandra, if you want to guide again, tell them. I hope. The Chandrasekhar is very.
Okay, sir, can I take another 1 minute, sir?
Oh, please.
You please go to the screen, which will show you all the participant photos or their initials if they have muted their camera. Okay. Can you do that, everybody?
Yeah, in participant list, you can notice that. Yeah,
No,
sir,
not
you
participant
please
list.
carry
No.
on, sir.
Not participant list. I think some people are still wanting the guidance. See, if you go to the entire list of people who are in this video call, you will see a matrix of all the people. In that, I think the first row or second row, there will be one participant, Dinakar Rao, and it will be showing a slide. You just tap on that, and then it will show you three vertical dots to the right of his name. You click on the three vertical dots, it will give you an option for full screen. Press full screen, you get this.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Let us carry on, sir.
Okay. Anyhow, this PPT will be presented. Sunanda will give the PPT also to you. But anyhow, let me talk about the how many are in some are in Indira, you are in a position to see screen. You have to unmute. Okay, yes, you are seeing. Now the concept is let it go. I will give you a small mini concept within this concept of let it go. It is hard to fly when something is weighing you down. That is why let it go. You'll be surprised. Here, I would like to talk about mini concept known as three circles. Every person is having one inner circle, middle circle, and outer circle. What is inner circle? Inner circle is a circle where things which you can control, like what you eat, whether you do exercise or not, whether you do meditation or not, how you are going to spend time with your friends, things which you can do without anybody's interference, anybody's influence, things which are under your control. These are the things known as circle of control. In second circle, otherwise known as middle circle, it is known as circle of influence. That means you will, by your advice, by your interaction, you will try to influence others to do some things good like that. For example, your wife, your children, your grandchildren, your brothers, your friends. But please remember, you may try to influence them, but whether they get influence or not, it is in their hands. Therefore, circle of influence is slightly different from circle of control. Circle of controls you can definitely do because it is within your control. Circle of influence, you will do your best to influence you. Now, I am trying to influence you to understand the concept. I am operating from that. You may hear, you may listen to, you may understand, you may accept, you may practice, or you may not. That choice is yours. Therefore, it's only I am trying to influence, but I can't control you. But I control myself, therefore I do. Then third is circle of concern. You'll be surprised. Some of my friends, they sometimes come and share if we are really worried, Dinakar. I said, why? This Ukrainian war, Russia-Ukraine war, or Hamas attack, Israel bombing, what will happen? Third world war may come, or there may be 2-3 groups fighting with each other. I couldn't sleep. Then another friend is there. He sees some TV serials. If the heroine is getting hurt or hero is injured, he feels bad. They said, we can't sleep also. We're thinking of it. I said, friends, that is known as circle of concern. You may be concerned, but if you take into your mind that you can do something about it, neither you can influence Ukrainian-Russian war, neither you can influence Israel-Hamas war, then why? Please concentrate on circle of control. Then your life will be easy. I hope I have made it clear to you. Most of the people, what type of government we are having, what Modi is doing, what Sitaraman is doing, most of the bankers say, why they have not yet given the pension updation. All these things are there, but is it in your hands? I know pretty well, there are my people, friends, every day they discuss about pension updation. I hope. Now, other than banker, they may not know, but most of the time they feel frustrated, they feel angry, they will curse Nirmala Sitaraman, Modi, Shah, everybody, IBA, everybody. But it is not, it is only circle of concern, it is not circle of control. Remember that. Therefore, please think of these 3 circles. Okay, friends, shall I move? I am going to the next concept. Indira, you are in a position to see slide?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Now, concept of 3S. People are in a
Sir,
position.
can you make the slide full screen without all those
I've forgotten how to make it.
display?
How to make it again, you tell me? Forgotten that. Sunanda told me.
View, sir. If you go to view on top, file, home, insert, draw, design, animation, slideshow, record, review, view. You click on view and then you go to full screen.
Screen is visible. Full. Again, I am not in a position to see.
The last but one. Last but one from the right hand side.
Oh, last button on the right hand side. In the PPT. Correct. Now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Chandra, you are there. I'm very happy. Chandra is. Now screen is visible to others? Okay, doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's good.
Concept of 3S. If you see this slide, some people you can see, you see a old lady sitting in a wheelchair. Why I have put that figure? I will talk to you about the 3S. First S is known as sacrifice. Who is the embodiment of sacrifice? Your mother. If you have seen because we are all grown-up people, mother sacrifices everything for the sake of husband, family, children. And sometimes there are cases where mother is starving, but ensuring that children are well fed. But I want to ask you, all the grown-up adults, have you at any time asked your mother, what you really want? You may think she wants a good saree or iPhone or whatever it is. But have you at any time sat with your mother and asked her, mother, what really you want? I will tell you a small story what happened. I was Delhi KG Mark branch manager. My mother was around 65 at that time. And Hyderabad, I brought her to Delhi. She said she will spend not more than 10 days. After 5 days, I asked her, mother, anything you want to see or anything you want to experience? She said with a smile on her face, like a child smile, Are Dinkar, I want to see Taj Mahal. I never knew that she wanted to see Taj Mahal. Then it takes from Delhi to Agra, it takes around 5 to 6 hours. And I took her to Taj Mahal. And I saw she walked the whole corridors of Taj Mahal, touched the marble, and I saw this happiness in her. As a child, happy, seeing a good thing, a happy thing, I saw that smile, that spark in her eyes. Then when we are coming back, I stopped at a place which is famous for saris. I took her there. I said, can you take a sari of your choice? Then she suddenly saw a neighboring shop, a lot of toys were there, children's toys. She said, wait. She went to the toys, touched every toy, played with some toys. I was seeing her. And suddenly I saw, instead of my mother, small child enjoying every moment of her life. Then she came back to the sari shop. I followed her. She took ordinary sari because by that time my wife has purchased a wonderful sari and presented. Therefore, he said, just because of you ask me, I am taking this sari. Therefore, friends, again I'm asking all your adults, if your mother is there, please go and ask her, mother, what really you want. Then do that thing. I have done it. Therefore, I am having full satisfaction. Unluckily, both my mother and father passed away long back. Then coming to the second S. Second S is selfishness. Again, here I will tell you a story. One of my friend is having a business empire. He's at least worth 30 crores business empire. He's having three sons. Eldest is participating in his father's business after doing his MCOM for the last 5 years. And second son was a chartered accountant. Third son was a doctor. This father, I don't want to tell his name. Once he came to me and asked me, Dinakar, my elder, I am becoming old. I am now around 70, 75. I want to write a will, but my eldest son is saying that I should give 75% of my property to him, assets to him, and remaining 25 share between the second son, third son. Then I said, let me spend some time with the eldest son. I know him because he calls me as an uncle. And I asked him to come. I spent almost 2 days with him. He says, no, uncle, I am for the last 5 years, I'm helping my father in the business growth. Whereas my eldest, my brother, younger brother, is having a chartered account, he's having good income. My third brother is a doctor, he's also a famous surgeon, he's also happy. Then I asked him, since how long you're with your father? He says, for the last 5 years. But before that, your father has built up that empire, business empire. Out of 30 crores, you would have contributed for 2 crores. Why don't you give the satisfaction to him of distributing as per his wish? But I will tell him that you are contributing to the business, therefore something you can do. But will you accept it? I will suggest you take 40%, remaining 60, let them take 30-30. After 2 days of talking, he has agreed. Then I told his father, my friend, he was also happy. He was distributed like that. The remaining two brothers also accepted. But in the first instance, that eldest son was acting very selfishly, undoubtedly. Therefore, friends, that is second S. What is third S? Third S is self-care. Most of the time, we have not realized how to take care of ourselves. Taking care of ourselves means not building up only going to gym and building up a body. Emotional, intellectual, and physical. All these three aspects, you have to work on it. I will come to that later on in another slide. Therefore, self-care is, please remember, self-care doesn't mean selfish, doesn't mean sacrifice. It is something different than that. You have to take care of physically, emotionally, intellectually, if possible, spiritually also. This is the concept of 3S. Thank you. I will go to the next one. You are seeing a lot of food there. I hope if you are feeling hungry, you feel like jumping on that and eating that. This is a concept of LBW and MPW. This concept I have developed recently when we had a meeting of one of our guild members group, top executives group. As I was seeing, suddenly I developed this concept. Again, I'm sharing with you. What is LBW? Don't think it is leg before wicket. I'm not talking about cricket. I'm talking about laziness, binge eating, and worrying. Most of the time, as you grow and you retire, you become very lazy. Sometimes you become like a couch potato, seeing regularly reading paper for 2 hours, watching TV serials, and enjoying your life as if you have retired from life. What is B? Binge eating. Binge eating means indiscriminate eating. I know a friend of mine. I hope he is not there in the group. For 1.5 months, he was regularly getting a biryani from a famous biryani house and eating. And he has put up 5 kilos within 2 months. And he started worrying. Dinakar, I'm increasing my weight. You'll be surprised. He should not be more than 75. He touched 90. Therefore, laziness He watches all the TVs. Night up to 11 o'clock, he watches TV serials and gets up at about 8 o'clock or 7:30, whatever it is, and worrying. Laziness, binge eating, and worrying. Worrying that you are becoming lazy, worrying that you are eating more, all these things is LBW. Then what is MPW? Meditation, pranayam, and walking. As you grow old, you need not go to gym or exercise, all those things. You can do it also if possible for you. But regular walking, at least for 1 hour, depending upon your age. If you are young, you can go for jogging, running also. But walking is a must. Depending upon your age, try to walk for 1 hour. I know people, they walk for 2 to 3 hours. My friend Jay Subbarao is there. He also walks very fast. Walking, then meditation and pranayam. Pranayam, you can do yoga means you do yoga and do pranayam. Meditation. People say, what type of meditation? And people are having a different idea. Meditation, some concept is concentration. Concentration on the brukuti, third eye they call. That is one type of concentration. Another type of, sorry, meditation. Another type of meditation is come to the thoughtlessness stage. Personally, I feel you have to come to thoughtlessness stage. That meditation you have to learn. A lot of people are there. Ramakrishna Mission is there. Sahaja Marga is there. Sahaja Marga is nowadays known as Heartfelt Foundation, Heartfelt Meditation. In Hyderabad, within 60 kilometers, there is a Kanha Ashram is there. There, Sahaja Marga, Heartful Foundation is there, around 500 acres. Daji is there. Sahaja Marga, Heartful. Any meditation you take, need not, but please learn meditation from some teacher. Then pranayam and yoga, that also you learn, then do, and walking you do. Then only you will physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, you'll be okay. Meditation takes you slightly to the spiritual side. Pranayam takes care of your body. Walking takes care of your body. Okay, friends? Already 7:10, therefore I will go a bit fast because 7:30 we have to close and I have to give time for questions and answers. Now, you concept of AGGRE and AGGRU. If somebody can see, all are sitting, see in a position to see the slides. Acharya? Anna? No? Acharya
Yes,
can.
sir.
You
Yes,
can
sir.
see.
It's visible.
Visible, sir. You please carry.
Okay, thank you. If you see the first two, see these two old people. They with a smiling face. See this, the other two, grumpy. Concept of age GRU, age GRA, means are you aging gracefully or are you aging grumpily? I will tell you the case of one of my friend who retired, not from State Bank, from some other bank, Indian Bank, and he's always grumpy. He is always criticizing everybody. He criticizes his children, criticizes his grandchildren, criticizes his wife, criticizes his neighbors. Every time, very, very grumpy face. I told him, why you are doing like this? Why don't you be graceful? He said, why should I be graceful? When I joined the bank, unions were controlling me. When I became branch manager, my regional manager was controlling me. Then DGM was controlling me. Then GM was controlling me. Then MD was controlling my customers are giving complaints. Everybody tries to control me. My wife started controlling me. I have retired. I'm having enough pension. I'm having enough assets. I want to behave in whatever way I want to behave. He says, I am least bothered with the public opinion. I will be definitely grumpily managing the world. I can't do anything because also of my age, I said choice is yours. But I told him, aging gracefully. But if, I don't know how many people, if you go to some small towns and places, if you see older generation, elderly people like 80 years, 75 years, they smell differently. Sometimes my grandchildren say, Tata means grandfather, that uncle smells. Old age smell we call. That means they are not maintaining proper hygiene. Therefore, friends, please remember, try to age gracefully. I'll tell you the case of another friend of mine. He's a very smart guy. He almost looks like Amitabh Bachchan, of course, full of hair and no dadi and etc. He changes dress 5 times in a day. I said, how or why? He said, When I get up in the morning, go for a walk, I wear a different dress, sneakers, something like a pant and a t-shirt and etc. I go for a walk, come back, then relax for 5 minutes. I sit for meditation. I'll wear different dress for meditation because it should be loose. Meditation and pranayam, same dress I will use. Then after taking bath, I go to my workplace. I wear a different dress. That is a third dress. And I come back in the evening, I wear evening dress like kurta paisma or whatever it is. And night dress I wear. 5 times he changed the dress. I am trying to follow him. But he looks very handsome, graceful, and smart. I'm trying to follow that. Therefore, friends, would you like to age gracefully or would you like to age grumpily? That is your choice. Please remember the 3 circles I talk. This all depends in the first circle or inner circle, circle of control. You can definitely take a decision whether you want to be smart old man, smart growing man, or grumpy old man, or grumpy middle-aged man, whatever it is. Choice is yours. You'll be surprised. This friend I told you, when he says, in 24 hours, anybody knocks at my door, when I open the door, I should be presentable. I'm surprised. Even night also, he wears a loose pant-like thing and a t-shirt or full hand t-shirt and a sweater and etc. He says, anytime, anybody, 24 hours, they knock at my door. I open the door, I am presentable. I'm not saying that you should definitely follow what he's saying or change 5 dresses or 6 dresses, but think of it. Can you age gracefully? That is what the concept of AGGRA, AGGRA. Now, I am coming to the concept of ISG and SG. Recently, I saw a video clip. In the video clip, they are talking about a big grahas, which is 10 times bigger than Neptune. Neptune is 5 times bigger than this. Finally, they came to the Earth. Earth is so small. And what are we? In the Earth, we are very insignificant. Same concept, Sudha Murthy also said in some video clip. Somebody said, don't you feel you are contributing a lot? She also said, size of the Earth, size of India within the Earth. In India, size of Bangalore. In Bangalore, her mohalla. In mohalla, her street. In her street, and her house. In her house, she. He said, we are insignificant. But please remember, when people are referring to insignificance, they are talking from the angle of ego. Not that you are insignificant. Because in whatever situation you are there, in that situation, if you contribute, you are definitely significant. But when they are referring to this cosmos and me, and this Sudhamurti talking about, they are talking about do not develop ego, that you are a great man. Therefore, friends, please remember, I will tell you a story of 2 kids. Long back, one of my psychological teacher undergoing training program, he said, Dinakar means all the members, always carry 2 chits. Don't write on a paper and put in your pockets. Invisible chits, one in the left pocket, another in the right pocket. In some cases, where you feel, for example, you have contributed a lot in the bank or in our organization, everybody appreciates. Take out the chit, I am very significant. There you will be writing there, I am very significant. And sometimes you fail, sometimes curses you, sometimes let us say you may be a GM of a bank. You go to some other place, you stand in the queue, somebody will be pushing you. And you say, I am a general manager. How this fellow is pushing? You're insignificant there. Take the other sheet where it says, I am insignificant. In Telugu, there is a proverb, Alavi Kani Chota Adikula Manaradu. When the situation is different, do not pose if you are a great man. Therefore, please remember, you are significant, no doubt about it. But always remember that you are also insignificant. Depending upon the situation, take the check. I am significant or insignificant. Always remember you are significant, your family, your organization, your friend circle. But outside world, you may be insignificant. You may be having 10 crores property, you may be wearing suits, you may be driving a Audi car, but others it is insignificant. I hope I made it clear to you. Now, I don't want to go further because this is Ikigai is there. These all the concept up to 7, whichever our Indian concepts, what I have read, what I have understood. Ikigai is a Japanese concept. I don't want to spend more time on it, except to say that which you love is the mission. That which the world needs is your vocation. That which you can be paid for is your profession. That which you are good at is your passion. In which way it is going to be? In a life process, when we are moving in the life, you should be in a position to mix these four elements. See that these four elements meet. Your mission, your passion, your vocation, and what is the fourth one? Can somebody tell me? Acha, everybody is silent. That means not. Again, I go back. Mission, huh? Profession. Okay, mission, vacation, profession, and passion. Therefore, you should be in a position to mix. What are you passionate about? What are you good at? Can it contribute to the society? Can it contribute to the community? Then do those things. This philosophy of Ikigai encourages individuals to explore their passion, develop their skills, contribute to society, and sustain livelihood, ultimately leading to a harmonious and purposeful existence. Small book is there, maybe 200 pages, I don't remember. Ikigai by Hector Garcia and Francisco Miralles. I hope most of you people would have read this book. Actually, I was having that book I wanted to show, but one of my friend took it. Till now, he has not returned. I have to go for that. I hope some of you are having. We know that I think you are having definitely that book. Yes, Subbarao is having, I hope, Ikigai book. Subbarao may be having. Friends, remember, Ikigai is a fantastic Japanese Okinawa philosophy. Now I come to another concept known as Kaizen. Slow and steady wins the race. Please remember, in the process of life, there is no instant coffee, there is no 2 minutes Maggie noodles. It is a struggle, it is a movement. The life process is slow and steady. That is why I said slow and steady wins the race. Of course, I'm not going to tell you the story of tortoise and hare. Everybody knows about that. But please remember that mostly Kaizen is applicable in work situation. But how is it applicable in the actual life situation? The key principles of Kaizen in daily life include a focus on gradual progress, attention to detail, involvement of everyone concerned, and a commitment to ongoing learning and adaptation. You will be surprised. Shankaran is there from SBT. When I was Deputy General Manager, Ernakulam Zone and State Bank of Travancore, we have started a magazine by name Kaizen. Our Shankaran was the instrument, he was maintaining that. Of course, after my leaving, nobody bothered to continue that Kaizen. Please remember, Kaizen in everyday life, please remember, everything is not like instant coffee and Maggie noodles. You have to struggle, you have to move, you have to concentrate, focus, and achieve. Concentrate, focus, patience, and achieve. Now, coming to Hara Hachibu, another concept of Japanese. Please remember what I told about LBW. Remember? Tell me LBW.
Laziness, binge eating, worrying.
Haru is saying, or Indira? Haru. Okay, thank you. Hara, which is a concept which our Ayurvedas were talking about. In Ayurveda, they say, please eat up to the extent of 75 to 80% of your stomach. Do not eat stomach full. There is a concept known as burping. Don't burp. If you eat fully, you burp. Therefore, you don't come to the stage of burping. Eat up to the only 75 to 80%. Then 10% you have water. Ayurveda says better have the warm water. WARM, warm water. And third is leave it empty, or what they call air. This will help you in proper digestion, proper maintenance of your health. But you also, when you are eating, please remember who has prepared the food. Your mother has prepared, your sister has prepared, your wife has prepared, maybe even a cook has prepared. But with a great affection and love, your mother, your sister, or your wife would have prepared. Think of the love they have put in preparing that food to you. Every morsel of food, every fistful of food, enjoy. And pray to God, Annam Parabrahma Swarupam. That means rice or what you are eating is the nothing but replica of Lord. Lord Brahma, Brahmanda Swarupam. Annam Parabrahma Swarupam they call. Therefore, enjoy every morsel of food. Nowadays, if you see any family dining table, most of the time they don't sit together. Even if they sit together, they'll be seeing the mobile or they'll be talking about politics and etc. Forget about it. Concentrate on what you're eating and enjoy and help in digesting properly. Hara Hachi Bu is the concept. Now, almost I'm coming to the end of it. Wabi Sabi. If you have seen the Wabi Sabi concept, is Japanese art of finding beauty in imperfection. Please remember, my friends, in the life, in the world, in the universe, nothing is perfect. You see Himalayan mountains very high. You see seas very deep. You see ugliness, beauty, crookedness, everything in the world. But world is not perfect. God has not created world in his own way is created. But from human eyes, they are not perfect. You see a man not so beautiful, a person who is limping. It is not perfect. Even relationship between wife and husband are not perfect. Father and sons are not perfect. Mother and daughters are not perfect. Accept the imperfectness. Japanese art of finding beauty in imperfection and profundity in nature, of accepting the natural cycle of growth, decay, and death. It is simple, slow, and uncorrected, and it reverse. Reverse means respects authenticity above all. It celebrates cracks and crevices and all other marks that time, weather, and loving use leave behind. It reminds us that we are all but transient beings on this planet, that our bodies as well as the material world around us are in the process of returning to the dust from which we came. This again, the slide is there, but Wabi Sabi encourages a shift in perspective, inviting individuals to see the beauty in the ordinary and the imperfect, fostering a sense of contentment and tranquility in the midst of life constant changes. Now, last concept, almost last but one concept of mobile. You will be surprised. What is mobile? Mobile, it is a Japanese word, mowai they call, are social support groups that form in order to provide varying support from social, financial, health, or spiritual interests. Mowai means meeting for common purpose in Japanese and originated from the social support groups of Okinawa. For example, this particular webinar, almost 55, 56 people have come. We have come together, sharing our ideas and expressing. Of course, I'm going to give 5 or 10 minutes time for you to share your ideas and ask me some questions if possible. Therefore, concept of mobile, let us try to follow. Please remember always to maintain social groups, interact with people, help each other. That will give you a lot of contentment and happiness. Now, final concept, I hope it is final. Oh, last but one. Destiny and divine power. Yad bhavam tad bhavati. What you think you become. That what our scriptures say. Watch your thoughts for they become words. Watch your words, they become actions. Watch your actions for they become habits. Watch your habits for they become your character. Watch your character for it becomes destiny. We think we become. Yad bhavan tad bhavati. Thoughts, feelings, and action. But I'm having slightly different view here. You are having multiple thoughts. As a human being, hundreds of thoughts come. All those thoughts will not lead to feelings and actions. Please remember the final point is action. You may be looking at some fellow who is irritating you. Your thought comes, why can't I go and beat him? Unless you convert it to act, your thought will disappear in course of time. Therefore, my feeling is thoughts, if they are controlled, automatically feelings are controlled. Because every feeling arises from the thought. Except the feeling of hunger, thirst, and evacuation, most of the feelings, they arise from the thoughts. Let us not confuse between the emotions and feelings. Emotions are spontaneous, impulsive, slightly sensory, but feelings are generally after the emotion sinking, you feel. You feel hurt, you feel angry, you feel unhappy. Both are different. Unless you convert your feelings into actions, you are safe. Therefore, friends, yad bhavan tad bhavati, provided you control, it will not happen unless you control your actions. Therefore, let us say negative thoughts or bad thoughts coming. You can brush them away by chanting your favorite mantra or taking God's name. Negative thoughts will come. Therefore, please remember when thoughts are coming, you should use your brush to brush it away by chanting your favorite God's name. Therefore, now next is divine power. I don't want, again, two stories are there. I don't want to tell. Later on, when we meet, I will tell you Ramdev Baba and visit Varanasi. Very briefly, tell. In 74, I gave a promise to one of my Marwadi friend in Pedapalli when I was working as a branch manager. I will visit Ramdev Baba temple. I am talking about 1974 because my sister was not well. If she gets well, what to do? That Marwadi friend told me, visit Ramdev Baba. After that, I transferred, moved around, forgotten about it, became CGM, retired. After retirement 2 years, my friend Supratik Chatterjee, who was MD acting as MD in State Bank of Bakery in Jaipur, he invited me and my wife to visit him. We went there. Then we were going to Jaisalmer. As we are going to Jaisalmer, suddenly I thought of Ramdev Baba. Then I asked the Supratik is not coming, he said an officer. I said, gentlemen, where is this Ramdev Baba? We crossed Pokhran. He said, sir, we have already crossed. At the time of coming back, we will visit. When we coming back, we stopped, took a deviation. I thought it is Lord Rama's temple. It is no. It is Ramdev Baba. He is a village deity of 3 or 4 villages. The gentleman protected them from dacoits, helped them a lot. They were constructed temple, Ramdev Baba. How is it happened? After so many years, 74, I'm talking about after my retirement, 2007 or 2008. Divine power. About visit to Varanasi, Kastur Nageswaran, Kajal Gopal Krishna, they know it. How I went to Varanasi. I won't take more time. Now, coming to the final secret of life. What is the secret of life? Final secret of life as understood. I am not in a position to practice even now. That is a different aspect. I am trying to do everything involving mind, body, and actions. What they call mano, vakaya, karma, otherwise known as trikarana suddhi. Harmony in thought, word, and deed. In present psychological terms, they call it as here and now or live in the present moment. In this connection, we have to deal with two devils, twin devils. One is worry, which takes you to the future. Another is regret, which you take you to the past. I won't dwell much on that because time is 7:30. I will suggest some books to you and see the photograph I have put there. You are at this side. If whatever I shared with you sinks into your mind, implement it, you will have a big leap towards much more prosperity, much more happiness, much more peaceful life. That is the left side figure represents. Thank you. Any questions, friends? Before that, I will suggest some books, if possible. So somebody can. Indira, can you write in the chat box? Or Haru, you can write. Haru's connection will get disconnected because she is in. Indira, can you write?
Yes, sir. Yes.
One book is Your Erroneous Zones. YOURERRONEOUSZONES. Your Erroneous Zones. Okay? You written Your Erroneous Zones. Your Erroneous Zones. ZONES. ZONES.
Zone.
ZONES. Zones. Okay. Second book is Sky is the Limit.
Sir, that is very wonderful book.
Oh, you read it?
Yes, sir, I have it.
Could you please spell it?
Sky is the limit. It is by
Sky is the limit.
The two books are written by W. Dyer, D-Y-E-R. W-Y-N-E, Dyer, D-Y-E-R. Fantastic books. They will change your perspective of life, especially your erroneous zones. The twin devils it talks about, guilt and worry. Sky is the limit means, you can fly high. Then the other book I want to stay, because I talked about parent, adult, and child. One book is Born to Win. B-O-R-N, Born to Win, by Muriel James. M-U-R-I-E-L-J-A-M-E-S. B-O-R-N, Born to Win, by Muriel James. And second book is Staying Okay. S-T-A-Y-I-N-G, Staying Okay. Ordinary O-K, by Amy Harris. these 4 books you read, of course, another 10, 20 books are there. I don't want to put pressure on you. Then your life will change. Positively, I can tell you. Sky is the limit. Your erroneous Jones, Thomas, Amy Harris staying okay, and born to win. All the books will definitely change your life. Thank you, friends. I don't want to continue another 5-10 minutes. Sunanda, how much time we are having?
This is Ikigai, sir.
Huh?
Ikigai.
Ikigai is written by Hector.
Yes.
I think his name is, I'll find out. Lady, I will tell
She
you.
is having, sir. She is
Huh?
having that book.
I was having, my friend took it. Therefore, he didn't written it. This book is written by, 1 minute.
So you had already mentioned that books.
Hector and these 2 books. Ikigai also very good book. If somebody is having it, they can show in the video. I think Dr. Reddyar will be having. Venugopal Reddyar. Are you having that
Indira
book?
is showing.
Huh?
Okay, now
Indira is showing the book.
Book is
is
there.
it time? Is it
Indira is
time
showing
to?
the book.
Is
Who
it
is
time
saying
to
so?
share?
Indira, that is the one. Ikigai book. If you read it, you'll be very excellent to note it. Okay. Thank you, friend. Any
Sir, one small doubt.
tell me.
Yes, sir. You stop sharing, sir,
Sorry.
so that
I
we
want-
won't get
Let
distracted.
me go to the stop
Yeah.
sharing.
Yeah, friends, you can interact
Good
with
evening,
sir. It
sir.
was a fabulous session. I think he shared his live sharing. Yeah,
Stop.
yeah, Venugopal,
evening,
sir,
sir.
please.
Okay. Dinagar Rauji, that is by sharing some personal stories, you made the presentation very interesting and memorable. And I have not read any books on this Ikigai or that Kaizen and any of those things. And
Kaizen is not the book, Reddyar. Book is Ikigai. Kaizen is a concept there.
okay, whatever it is.
No,
Now the
whatever
point
it is,
is,
no, I want you to clearly understand.
okay. Now, without even reading or knowing any of these things, for the past 40 years, now I understand that I have been practicing that Ikigai and that concept of Kaizen in my personal life, professional life, and social life.
Wonderful.
So the point I'm trying to make is that is many things we do, and many people they don't write books, and I didn't write a book. Now I regret that in the past I regret I should have written this a long time back. Then you have been referring.
Reddyar,
Dr. Reddyar has written about this one. So like that. So most of the time, I observe and I think, and you can do many things without reading all these things. So
Reddyar, sir. Venugopal Reddyar, sir. 1 minute.
Dinar Rauji, please don't interrupt me. Dinar Rauji,
No, you have
please
1
be
minute.
patient.
1 minute you wait, because I am the main speaker.
Right.
You said you are regretting that you have not written the book. Remember, you used the word. I regret I have not written the book.
Now let me finish. Try finish. You can just like that, please. That is this I have seen. Dr. Dinar Rauji, you are a great person with a lot of knowledge, but unfortunately, you interrupt. That is one of the things. If nobody has given you that feedback, then right now again you are trying to interrupt. Please, listen to me. Let me finish. So the whole thing is that is when I say that one, the point I'm trying to make is it is not the real regret. What I'm saying is we are simply talking about all the things written by all the Westerners or somebody else, Born to Win, this one and all those things. We have, and at the same time, you do quote some of the Sanskrit Veda. That's good, but immediately switch over to about all these Japanese and other things. That is where I find it difficult. Some speakers, they don't even give value to our own people and their own writings. Thank you.
Thank you. About the regret, Venugopal Reddyar, you said, you used the word exactly. I regret for not writing a book. How to deal with regret and worry is it written beautifully in your Erroneous Jones by W. Dyer. I'm not saying that you should read it. Most of the time, we live all these lives as we practice. I practice. Therefore, what I'm saying is, some people may not. Therefore, if you give a concept, they may be in a position to understand beautifully. Nothing more than that. Thank you. Let others talk. Ready or stop?
No,
Wait.
just a minute. Just a minute. That regret is sense of humor. I think that you missed my sense of humor. I'm not at all really regretting.
Thank you.
That is
Very
I said
nice.
in it.
Thank you.
Okay.
Sir, actually, I mean, this is a very wonderful presentation.
Thank you.
And actually, like you are coming from the finance field, and I'm not from a finance sector. I am from a manufacturing sector. And the Japanese concept of manufacturing management is world renowned. Toyota management and all these particular this thing is being world renowned. And we know these concepts which are being practiced in most of the factories and other things. So your sense of 5 years and all these things really appeal to me. But I could understand 1 year, that is self-care. Other 2 years I didn't understand. That you can clarify to me at the end of the thing. And regarding Kaizen, Ikigai, and continuous improvement, that is they call it as CWQA. All these things are very interesting concept. We should appreciate the best in Eastern world, Western world, African world, any world. That should be the assimilation part. That is very important. This thing. You put your thoughts very nicely, and I will rate you as one of the best storytellers, probably next to Sudha Murthy. She makes very good stories and she tells very nicely. And you have also brought in the particular this thing. And I mean, it's a great credit, like nobody can tell stories like that, like switching off, switching on, or something, LBW, all these particular these things. They are very interesting. So now please enlighten me on the 2 years which I couldn't decipher. I mean, I didn't understand.
One is known as selfishness.
Selfishness, okay.
Another is known as sacrifice.
Thank you.
Sacrifice is mainly you look at the mother.
Yes. Selfish, I'm there.
Selfish, Thank you. Any other question?
Sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I think Jyotiraja ma'am is waiting.
Yeah. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Jyoti.
I'm listening to your voice in train. I'm in train, sir, right now.
You are?
I'm traveling from Pune to Hyderabad.
You heard at least part of it.
Yes. I missed the first part of it.
Very nice of you.
Yeah. Okay, good evening, all of you. I think I'll meet you on 17th, sir. Good evening.
Sir, a great presentation, but not surprised at it, as usual. Only one thing I would like to talk about your self-care. I'm only going to supplement what you had just said just now. Self-care, basically, as I understand, is trying to live in the present moment and trying to make sure that you accept yourself with all your imperfections, and also make sure that you get enriched emotionally, intellectually. As the adage goes that you cannot pour from an empty jar. So unless otherwise you are equipped with these things and all that, you will not be able to pass on these things to others. This is one. The second point which I would like to talk about, your LBW concept, the middle part of it, the binge eating. As the saying goes, you are what you eat. Eating is not only eating. Eating means what you consume. What you consume, here you said about your friend who was eating biryani and also watching TV. It's a very combustive combination. See, what I mean to say is that, say, for example, when somebody comes to us and gives us a prasad from Tirupati, what he gives in that is that a prasad from a place with a very high vibration, known for its piousness, tranquility, peace, and all other things. And if your friend is watching a TV eating a biryani, the kind of stuff he consumes, it enters his mind also. It not only results in spoiling his mind, spoiling his body, it also spoils his mind. I just wanted to say this.
Thank you. Chandra, I'm very happy that you have come and clarified.
Thank you, sir. I was a bit late, 5 minutes. Sir, only one thing, you have to clarify to all others that the Ramdev Mandir you are mentioning is an ancient temple and has got nothing to do with our Baba Ramdev.
No, it's nothing to do with Baba Ramdev.
Because this man is more famous, no?
No. I'm talking about the ancient, very old temple.
That's, I think,
a village head
13th century or 14th century.
Near Pokhran village.
Correct.
Nothing to do with Ramdev Baba. Thank you.
People will immediately think of only this.
No, thank you for helping people about this right. Next, Sunanda, who is the next?
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Chandra, sir. Aruna?
Arun?
Yeah. A very, very well presented presentation, Anna. What is really make it enduring is you connected the dots of your experiences with the concepts that you're trying to present, and it made it so very clear to everyone, especially to me. So what I love is in fact, I made a note like this. I don't know if anyone can see. So I put a heart shape there, circle of influence, what is in your control, circle of concern. I think every situation can be analyzed in a similar fashion. You can put it in that particular bracket and say, is it in my control? If not, let it go. Or what can I do about this particular situation? I can readjust my thinking and thoughts. So this way, I think it's a very significant learning for me. And this concentric circle that I've drawn really will help me clarify my own thought process. So that is my take today. And I think everything else was very beautiful. I've written down everything in my own words so that it gets re-imprinted in my mind. So thank you very much, Anna. Really loved your presentation.
Thank you, Arun. Thank you.
I will have a minute.
Anantacharya?
Ananta, you are unmute. Unmute, Ananta.
The way you said your practical examples of your friends and all that, because they were practical and you made it in a very simple language, anybody can understand it. That was a great thing I observed in this, and it was easy to understand it because it was in a very simple language. You did not use bombastic words for telling these examples, and the way you have quoted the LBW and all other things, I think practically we also enjoy this. What is we are practically doing it. That way you have explained it in such a way, and the things under control and things where we can only advise and where things we cannot control and all that. I think that was the best part of the today's lecture. I'm very happy to attend this today, and I hope that we will have more and more your lectures on this issue. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Acharya. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Vinod Kumar Pillai?
Unmute. Vinod, unmute.
Yes, sir. This was, I enjoyed the presentation. I knew I'll enjoy it, so it turned out like that. But looking seriously at what was so good about it, I think, is that it's, of course, deceptively simple. It comes through, and you've assembled a whole lot of concepts which I think address many of the danger areas, problem areas that one would have in life, many of them. If all these are taken care, I think life can be definitely better. And because it is, a lot of them are abstract ideas, your stories are what make it actually powerful. Otherwise, it would have been very boring. Just putting it together just like that, no matter how useful it is. But the moment your stories come in, I think you've always been very good at it. So here it's been used to the hilt to, convey. Everything just comes to life. That's what others also have been saying. I felt the same. Thank you so much. I look forward to.
Thank you, Vinod.
Thank you, sir. Jagannath, sir.
Mr. Dinakar Rao, I'm back in the game with a new gadget. Okay. Because I missed the sessions because I had some hearing aid problems, etc. Just to sharing a few thoughts, Pranab Mukherjee also recently told us by her daughter that whether he could be the prime minister, he said no expectation, no disappointment. So that's also another beautiful example. Don't expect anything. And number two, I am on Bhagavad Gita nowadays after the age of 70. Unfortunately, in India, we are not told all these things in schools as Dr. Venugopal wanted it. You said 247 you quoted. 248 is also more relevant. You are not entitled to the fruits of action. You are not entitled. Don't think about it. And another corresponding point is to be happy. We will have to move to transcendence. We have to understand what is transcendence, number one. Number two, move towards it. Try to make towards it. Then your mind gets expanded. The mind gets expanded. Then you leave the trivial things like what is happening on the TV, like Hamas problem, etc. As you said, it is beyond our control. But I am on my job, on my mission. My mission is I'm doing something important now. So even at dead of night, I got up at 12 o'clock and wrote my quote. At 12 o'clock, I got up and wrote my quote. And similarly, I am on my mission. As you know, I'm doing a summary of the Bhagavad Gita from the management angle. How the resolution of Arjuna's conflict, what is the decoding of the formula? Last 2 years, I was listening to the chant. Last 3 to 4 months, I have decoded today. Today is the last point. I have decoded, my draft is ready. Anyway, the point is, worrying about other things, I find the content of conversation between people on the anywhere, informal conversations, the content has to be something more. In fact, I have gone beyond good morning messages. I used to send beautiful good morning messages for last 3, 4 years, 5 years, whatever. Then one day God told me, don't do this. You are beyond that. Go to the next level. So we have to improve our content every day. Actually, one more last point. I find, elderly people like you and me, we vibe with each other. We respond to each other very quickly. Today I had a beautiful good morning message that organize your time so to organize your mind. I politely replied to the gentleman, the other way around is okay. You organize your mind first and then the time will be organized. This debate led to few people responding. At what level? At very senior levels. I want the youngsters to begin. Today's lecture is excellent, sir. For ordinary person, I think you should visit colleges.
Your voice is breaking.
Your
voice is breaking.
And then we guys, we have read partly the books you have mentioned. That's it. Okay. And then one more thing. Not to get into the problems which are beyond our control, there is something which, God gives ideas to Indians as well as to foreigners. But we are unable to put it in books and all. I decided at a late age that parallel reality, that word is used by a foreigner. But I was thinking, whatever be the problems around, inside the family, outside the family, in the world, let me be myself in my own world at some point of time. I'm sensitive, but I have to run my own world. For that, spirituality helps, happiness, spirituality gives you that expansive mind and to enjoy life. Okay, I'll stop here. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Bharta sir.
Partha?
So it's been a while since we heard you. So nice to hear you. The first thing is the circles of influence which you talked about. I think that was damn good, actually. Just only one point I would like to ask, if you would like to include contentment as the reason for happiness.
Yes.
I think that would be a major point for happiness for anyone, to be content with what you have.
Yes, you're correct. Absolutely correct. I think next time when I present, I'll add one more slide, Partha, that contentment. I'm happy. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Anybody else, Sunanda?
Yeah, Venkata Subbaram.
You unmute. Poranki, unmute. Unmute.
Okay. My wife also joined me through the session. We enjoyed the session. For the first time, we are hearing you on iPad like this. And whether it's the Eastern concept, Western concept, any concept, we have to make some customization to suit our situation. Has to be made. For that, we have to have a thorough research of ourselves, then adopt the concepts we read, we go through, we hear, and all that. Then go full blast. Have a success. Have happiness. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Anybody else?
Yeah, with Indira, we can conclude today's session, sir. Yeah, Indira.
Indira, go ahead.
Good evening, sir. It was, as usual, wonderful session, sir, and was looking forward to that. And I just wanted to add, we can embrace the uncertainty That is what, as it is said, we have to be prepared. We can do the things, but we have to be prepared for uncertain. If something is uncertain, we are ready to take the risk, but then be prepared for whatever result. So that is what it comes. And as we say in Hindi, Mahatvakanksha achhi hai, magar lalach nahi. We can have ambitions, that we should not have too much of ambitions, but not being lazy and not being so greedy. So we can have, but being greedy is bad. That is what it says all, that we'll be happy with that. If I get, it is good. I can expect, I can, as Arjuna was told, that you have to have the ambition of that place. You should fight the war because you deserve that place. But just being lalach of that or greed of that place, then it would be bad. So this is what I wanted to add. That's all, sir.
Thank you. I will add only one sentence, one small statement. One of my last guru's teacher was Swami Sukhabodhananda. He used to say, whatever you do in every time, there are three elements, three streams of influence are there. One is what is the effort you are putting. Second is what is the influence of the neighboring atmosphere, neighboring people. And third is the divine force. He says divine force, fate or destiny or whatever it is. These three, there is an outcome depends upon the three. Sometimes you are successful because of your effort and help of others. Sometimes you are not successful in spite of your effort, helping others, because divine force decided otherwise. You call it as destiny, you call it a God's influence or whatever it is. These three forces, how the divine force plays the role is not in your hands. Therefore, karmanya vadikaraste, you do your best. As somebody said, karmanya vadikaraste, ma phalishu kadachana, ma phala karma heturbu sangnosto karmani. Result doesn't depend upon you. You do your best and leave it. But always, in every situation, you have to do your best. Correct? Thank you, Indira, for me to remind that particular concept of three elements interacting in every situation. That is what Subbarao is also talking about. Poranki Subbarao.
Sunandaji, can you give me just 30 seconds?
Yes, sir. Yes, please.
Right. And Mr. Raoji, you mentioned about somebody changing the dress 5 times a day. And now, from Gandhiji, we learned something. When he was in South Africa, he used to wear a 3-piece suit and everything. But after coming to India, after a few years later, he wore only one dress, loincloth, no shirt. He was not changing his dress 4 or 5 times a day. So that concept, that is, you must change your dress, it is not required. All that is your integrity and your values that matter more than all this external appearance. That is one thing which I have noticed. Thank you.
Digambar Jains, they won't even wear loincloth. Shwetambar Jain, Digambar Jain. Shwetambar Jains wear white. Digambar Jain, they don't wear anything. It all depends upon the person's own concept of life. Thank you. Any other thing? Sunanda, anybody else?
Yeah, we can conclude today's session, sir. I think no doubt. Yeah, thank you for sharing your valuable time, friends. Yeah, Naveen, you can go for VOT.
If Naveen is still there.
Yeah, I think. Naveen.
And thank you, sir. Yeah, thank you, sir. It was a fantabulous session, sir. Really, you gave a lot of lovely inputs, sir, and real life examples. Sir. Thank you so much, sir. Please accept our gratitude on behalf of Manasa Sofara Mindcare Hyderabad, Edapan Counseling Center, Hyderabad, Forest Creative Art Studio, Punjab. What is fun? Next week, we do have another one meeting. Until then, be happy, stay happy, and keep learning. Thank you all.
Thank you, friends, for actively participating. Thank you.
Thank you, friends. Thank
You made my day.
Thank you.
Good night. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
అందరూ ఉన్నారు ఇంకా